So we'll be talking about how Feminera Supreme Cosmetics 5x their email revenue, but we'll also take a bit of a gander around the history of the business, where it's at, where it's about to be, and how Roland and Damien think about the business going forward, its strategy, and what's going to bring success to the business and the brand over the next couple of years. Without further ado, if you don't know who I am, my name is Josh. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Kronos Agency, and I've been spearheading Kronos' vision and journey for the past 8 years or so since its founding in 2017. I'm also co-founder of Ecom North, an events business. We're holding a big summit in November. If you're interested in that, go to ecomnorth.com. And that is a event and a community built by founders in the e-commerce space for founders. And it's fairly unique in our space. Most events are stuffy. Ours is cool. And I'm also a board member on the Entrepreneurs Organization, Singapore chapter. That's where my tribe is. And I spend a lot of time there as well. Currently, I'm obsessed with chess, pickleball, tea, and AI. And I've got a rotating selection of obsessions every single month. That's just who I am. And right now, one of the things that's top of mind for me is figuring out how to navigate through all the opportunities we have in AI and beyond, while facing the challenges that comes with political instability, geopolitical tensions, and everything that affects consumer spend across the globe. And with that, I'd like to welcome our first guest, Damien, co-founder of Internet Up, longtime friend of Kronos, longtime friend of mine. And you've built an incredible business. We spoke briefly before we started the session. But you've built a business that's grounded on data and just some of the best decision-making processes I've seen in any business. Welcome to the session, and take it away. Give yourself a quick intro.
Yeah, Josh, thanks a lot. It's a pleasure to be here today. Yeah, about me, I'm 29 years old. I'm living in Germany with my wife, my daughter. How you said, I'm the co-founder of Internet Up. This is the company behind Feminera. So we are a house of brands. We have few D2C brands and focus to grow in that way. We started Internet Up in 2021, 2022. So something between these 2 years, in the end and the beginning. Last year we make over 20 million in revenue without any investors, so everything bootstrapped. Today we have a team of over around 45 full-time employees and around 15 freelancers. They working with us. What we do, we focus on building strong D2C brands in Europe and US, fast, data-driven, how you said, and focus on performance marketing. At Feminera, we care about more than just the first sale. We want to build a real relationship with our customers. And that's why retention marketing is so important for this case for us. Yeah, and outside of the work, I love boxing, traveling, and spending time with my family. And I'm very happy to be here today.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Next time we've got Roland. Roland's the CFO of Internet Up and the brains behind the finance and growth of the business. Take it away, and happy birthday, first and foremost.
Thank you so much. So 44 years today. Yesterday it was 43 still. I started working at Internet Up in 2024, last year, April. My history has always been CFO and CHRO. My special thing is that I love figures and I love people, so I can't do one without the other. That's a special mix. I'm coming from machine construction, metal sheet working, and also bus production. That was my past. And at the end of 23, I wanted to do something funky, something special. So I met Damian and Alan. They were looking for a CFO, and I started, and I'm having a great time there with the adventures we have. And yeah, passionate about financial modeling, risk management, yeah, planning and all those things. Also HR, tennis, sports, gym, traveling. Been to Singapore 4 or 5 weeks ago. Been to Shanghai last week. So yeah, that's it. And happy to
Awesome.
be here today and happy to join.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And we'll spend a little bit of time on the background of the company. I'm sure everyone's interested in how it came to be. You guys grew tremendously quickly, 20 mil in annual revenue in a few short years. Let's hear from Damien. You want to take this or Roland?
Yeah, I'm gonna start and we just help. So yeah, the intro is powering global D2C e-commerce company, and as you can see on the next slide, this is also referring. You see Damian on the right, you see Alan on the left, and the journey and the global footprint that they already built with the company is huge. Like already said, 100% self-funded and still no equity from somebody else. And the core strengths are performance marketing, but also brand building. So this is not just about performance marketing and selling products. It's also about brand building. And the global presence is getting more and more. We do have our headquarter in Munich, and we do have a subsidiary in Atlanta, America. Since last year, April, we founded Internet Up UK 2 months ago in Birmingham, and we do have our headquarter in Asia with a strong partner on our side since yeah, almost the beginning, right, Damian? So yeah, and that's the beginning for the approach. And to summarize, it's data driven, it's D2C. So the core competence is the performance marketing. When we start selling something, the specialists and the know-how Damian and the team brings in is so tailored that there is not a big risk that we don't sell because we know what the customer wants. We know how to reach him and we reach him. And that's like really not the risk of not finding the customer. Yeah, proven success. You see on the left side that we're a top company and we do have a great environment for work. Like one of the things that I loved most and what was a reason to come here is the way we choose people and the core values that Damian and Alan defined, which makes like you come into work, you start working for Internet Up, and you feel like you're coming home and you simply meet friends. So that's the left side. The right side is even more impressive. Still self-funded, still no equity from somebody outside. We became #1 e-commerce growth champion in Germany by Focus and #4 growth champion in Europe by Financial Times, which is, yeah, there's nothing more to say about it. And we're still growing and we've been profitable from day one. There was no year without being profitable. And you see the turnover development. While 2021, there was 1.5 million euro turnover. We made it to 30 million turnover last year. We're going to reach 50 million turnover this year. And with everything we settled for, we know that it's going to be around 100 million in next year and next steps are to come. So that's like considering the mix of our brands. And yeah, that's the development. The ambition is 100 brands in 100 countries, and figuring out and just seeing the turnover development, you see, yeah, you don't know what we're going to reach first, 100 brands, 100 countries. What do you think, Damian?
For today, I think 100 brands, but yeah.
Yeah, and
Both
probably
are
more,
important.
yeah, probably more important. Yeah.
Love that. Awesome. And one of the core brands that you have in your portfolio being Feminera. Do you walk us through the background of the business? What it's solving for, and how did it get so big so quickly?
Yeah, great question. In the beginning, so I start 2017 with e-commerce, and especially with dropshipping. That was the background, and we focus on beauty product. That was the first beginning and first touch points in the beauty stuff. Yeah, and we know from the beginning that dropshipping is never a long-term business. So building a brand and have real customers, they love what you sell. And that's why we make very quick, so long time ago, but very quick the decision, we need to focus on that. And what we do is, yeah, we invest a huge amount of money a long time ago in Feminera. The name was the same, but the logo was different. And then we started looking for manufacturers in Germany, and that was the beginning of let's say of the story behind Feminera, to bring a great products where customer loves, where customer love to use it and see a difference between before and after, especially for a bit more older target group than maybe another D2C brands what you see in the market. Yeah.
What's the typical age range of your customers?
Yeah,
Since it's
I
like the
would say,
older.
yeah, it's something beginning of 45. So women 45 years old. That's the main target group what we have with the products.
Gotcha. Okay. And is that I know I'm taking a bit of a tangent here, but is it consistent across your portfolio of brands, or do you have different brands targeting different segments of customers?
Yeah, it of course it's different. It's totally depends what kind of products you're selling. Let's say consumer electronic products, let's say more for younger generation, but also for older generation. Anti-aging products more for the older generation. So it depends what kind of product we try to sell and what kind of target group is behind the brand. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's take a bit of a, I'm going to jump ahead here. Let's take a bit of a sidestep here and talk about how things all started with email and retention. Damien, you talked about how retention is such a core part of the business today, but it didn't start that way. In the early days of Feminera, what was email like, and what kind of challenges were you facing?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when we start with this brand of the products, then you're starting by zero customer. So you have no retention. So it's meaning you have to starting investing money to generating customers. I would say the biggest challenge what we had after we generating the first customers, that we don't have first of all, we don't have the experience in retention marketing, email marketing. So everything what happened behind retention. And I mean, we had someone, but it was not very professional. And we understand very quickly that this is the most value behind every brand. and that's why we have to focus on it. We have to finding the right partner, and I'm very happy that we find you guys. And from this day one, the strategy, the main important focus on that was, we know when the product is good and you have your proof of concept how to generate new customers, and when they're happy and you have great customer experience team and you care about that, what the people say, and try to improve the product, then you will, after a long time, a huge amount of retention customers. And that's why for us was like, breathe very, very deep and hold the air until the moment coming, what is today. And
Were you first order profitable from day one, or did you have
no,
to?
it wasn't. In the beginning, in the beginning, when we started in 2017, it was everything about social media and all that stuff. Then
Yep.
once Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg comes and make their rules very, very strict, nothing was possible anymore than before. And that was hard because we know exactly how to generate a customer over social media, and we're starting investing a lot of money on the Feminera of development of the products, of order big huge stock, and pay salaries over 1.5 years for zero revenue for this project. So it was an investment, and then we're starting and see, oh no, this is not like before. And then we're struggling, and I think we're struggling over maybe 6 months or something like that. And then
Wow.
we're finding for us one way or maybe one strategy that works for us on Google, which give us the possibility to selling, to can focus and be profitable. And to be honest, when we're looking today on the business, we know that we can be profitable, but we focus, especially in new generated customer, to be break even or maybe make losing, because we know the retention revenue is growing. It's growing, and when we decide today to make much more profit, then it's pretty easy, because we're in a situation where we can say, okay, let's improve the ROAS, generating a bit less new customers, and a very, very profitable business. So it's like an investment in the future, in our brand portfolio.
To just push for a higher volume of customers quicker, because we know that retention is going to take place after that.
Exactly.
I know that along our journey, we pivoted from having a fairly unified strategy on content, like how we spoke to customers, to driving product specific interest segments. Can you walk us through how you thought about the different categories of customers you had, and how segmentation became a profit driver for the business?
You need to understand the product portfolio, what you have, to understand which customers are interesting to buy something else. So I would say, when we starting in the beginning, we had just 4, I would say 2 main core products and 2 additional, let's say, upsell, cross-sell products, because we understand in the beginning, okay, to improve the AOV, to improve the retention rate, we need something on top. So that's why this was in the beginning the strategy. After that, we see, okay, we have to grow of the product portfolio on the left, on the right side, to have more products. And then in this moment, when we're looking in the past 2-3 years, we starting developing the segments, what we do together with you, to see which customers buy, let's say, the night cream, and which product can be the next one why they interested for it, or which product is a good add-on for it. So yeah.
And on top of that, I know that we also looked at the pre-purchase segments as well. People who have shown interest in some of these categories, like night cream, anti-aging, but have not made a purchase. And I think that was also quite a key driver in just unlocking additional sales from segments of customers that were dormant in our list, who have shown interest but have not made a purchase before. For whatever reason, it might be that they may not be convinced just yet. They don't have enough, they haven't seen enough social proof, or maybe the timing isn't right. And so being able to drill down into the different segments allowed us to kind of personalize our approach a little bit further. When you think of these little kind of changes and tweaks along the way, what does that look like from your point of view in terms of the impact on revenue and marketing as a whole? Do you look at that as an efficiency gain, or is that just part of the process?
Yeah, I would say in the end, it is part of the process, and you know, I would say that most people, they want everything very quick, but retention game is something long term, and that's why you need a good product strategy, and you need also and the discipline to reach in the end this goals, this numbers, I would say.
How do you decide which products to develop next and what's in the pipeline? Is that from within your customer base that you uncover new insights, or is that just research outside, or is it something that Roland does with modeling out financials to map that out?
Yeah, I would say so. A long time ago, I would say before 1.5 years, 2 years, something like that. When we starting to define the strategy for the product portfolio, it was pretty easy because the portfolio was very small, and in the beauty industry, when you want to grow long term very successful, you need more than 3 or 5 products. That's my view on it. Of course, depends what kind of strategy you have, but when you're looking on the big competitors, so they have huge product portfolio. In that case, was very easy. We say, okay, let's launch few products every year, and we talking with our manufacturer partner in Germany. They are also very big in the whole e-commerce stuff, and to make private label. And and we're looking for good add-ons. That was the beginning. Right now, it's changed because we have a huge amount of customers. They order over 30, 40, 50 times since they get a first touch point with Feminera.
Wow.
And in this case, we make surveys. We ask them what they think, how they're feeling, what kind of product they're looking for, what kind of product they're missing. And this data we take, and then we go to Roland and we ask him, can we have the budget for this kind of products? And the first question what he say is, what kind of revenue and ROI you expect from that? And then the journey beginning again. We have to go to the office, to our rooms back, and try to figure out what we expect in that. And this is the hardest part of everything.
Roland, what's your perspective on that? How do you think about this?
Yeah, exactly the same. And usually it's just always about how to start till you get the cash flow running. Because when they come with an idea, then it's analyzed and then it's good, whatever it is. And so that's the thing. Because we don't go, our game is 100 brands in 100 countries, but we don't do it next year. So we're going forward rather slowly and precise. So yeah, it's just about the change, and it's just about keeping the growth in a stable base. And with the data-driven things they do in marketing, it's not about will it work. It's about how quick should we start.
Yeah. So it's like if I win, I win big. If I lose, I win small. I don't lose a lot.
No, yeah, it would always be about winning, but the situation has changed. We're bigger now. There's a lot of more people, so like we cannot do 20 brands because of all the surfaces we have. But if we start, then it bumps. So that's no doubt. We have a good strategy, good partner for production. So that would hit.
Gotcha. I love it. We've got a couple of questions in our chat here, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to touch on some of them instead of leaving it towards the end because it's relatively it's quite relevant. So Rachel asks, what is a good repeat purchase rate? I guess in the context of your business, how do you think about repeat purchases?
You mean the retention rate or the number of how many times a customer repeat purchase in a year?
I think repeat purchase rate in this context might just be I suppose like how many times do people purchase in a year?
Yeah. It's a good question. I would say average is something between 4 and 6.
Bestandskundenquote.
Yeah. Especially, when a customer is in the beauty industry, it's like when you have a customer and the customer it's 45, 50, 55 years old.
Yep.
What happened in their mind? They try a lot of beauty products in the past in their entire life.
Yep.
So when they finding now something where they're very, very happy and they love the product, they stay. So it's meaning these customers, they
stickier.
Exactly. They like the product. They buying between 4, 6 times in the year. Of course, you have customers, they buy once, maybe twice in the year. But I would say from the customer, they buying at least twice. They will buying 4 to 6 times in the year.
This is interesting. Do you think that this is due to the age segment of the customers and their behavior, or is this the result of the market of Germany? Is this just unique to German consumers, or do you see this outside of Germany as well?
Yeah, outside of Germany is very. I mean, we are not familiar like now international, so we're only in Germany and Austria. So that's why I can't talk about own experience in that case. But I would say you see the younger generation, they on TikTok or Instagram, and they see something new, and also product for them, what is new. They try here, they try there, they try to finding the right product, and they're open to try many things. When the target group is more older, they do that in the past already. They're happy when they can stay with a brand where they are very, very happy with it.
This is incredible. So it sounds like a part of that success comes from winning a group of consumers who are a little bit stickier and a little bit more brand loyal, and winning them via quality, just high quality of products that they cannot get anywhere else, and serving them well.
Yeah, you need unique product in the end also, you know, and also I'm not the biggest fan of trend products. I mean, there are a lot of in the market where people have something new,
Yeah.
because in that
What's an
case,
example of a trend-based product?
I would say something what don't exist before 2 years, coming right now to the market, and
Okay.
all people give their attention on it, they buy it, but in the end, you know, you have a lot of first buy customers,
Yeah.
and it's different because you don't know with a trend product if the product is a very good long-term product with very good long-term results, and so it's you know, it's a hard game. And when you have products like anti-aging creams, day creams, night creams, something what you can get in every how you say, in druggery market, is it right? When you go to a store,
Yeah,
retail
like a
store.
drugstore, kind of a
Yeah,
supermarket
exactly.
type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, products where you can which you can get everywhere. It's a different game, I would say, because this product are people using every day. If I'm looking on my wife, what kind of product she using, you know, it's
Yeah.
in the end, you have the same main products, and yeah, there's nothing in the bathroom what is a trend, and is it for short time, you know.
Yeah. Got it. Makes sense. So does that guide your product development strategy? Like there are certain types of products that you just steer away from, even though they seem like they're popping off on TikTok, for example. You just don't go into that.
Yeah, currently I'm thinking on it because I think there's a very great so trend products, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was the right question. You mentioned trend products, right?
Yeah, like trendy kind of products. Yeah.
Yeah. I think about it. I mean, for the brand Feminera, because they are great first customer magnets, I would say. So you can generating very cheap,
Yeah.
a lot of customers, because when you have a trend product, then
Yeah.
people see it, like it, to try it,
Yep.
and you have the data. And if this data, it's coming again back to retention. Of course, in this strategy, you have to try to create a different strategy for the retention,
Oh, for
because
sure.
you have customers, they buy something trendy
Based
first
on
time in their life.
impulse.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the retention rates are going to be much lower for that segment of
Yeah.
customers anyways. In that scenario, Roland, I'm curious about how you think about this. So that customer segment would be buying on an impulse. They would buy a kind of product just because they saw it on social and it's popular. But maybe the repeat purchase rate's not going to be 4 to 6 times a year. It might be 2 times, or even maybe once and one and done. Does it change the way that you think about profitability and budgeting and growth?
Yeah, we gotta separate this from Feminera to other products, like SnapBuy. It might be really better on that, and Feminera is kind of stable. So we do have our return customer rate. We're thinking about increasing the return customer rate. I think we should just keep it stable and hire all customers and just keep it on that level. So the trending products would be probably more profitable for the moment if it's like a real boom, but not with the sustainability that we work for on Feminera. So it's just like possible, good for the moment, but not the main thing for Feminera.
Got it. Interesting. Now let's take a quick pivot here and talk about discounts. One of the approaches that you took, which is unique, is aside from the welcome, you don't often do a ton of discounts. And it's not that steep. It's 10%, and that's kind of it for the first time purchase. Just get people across the line. And then it kind of just, people just come back because they love the product, not because of new discounts. And instead of like site-wide discounts, if you do give a discount, it's specifically because of behaviors and specific stages of the customer's life cycle. How do you move away from heavy discounts, especially from a drop shipping background, where that's king, to now thinking all over again and selling true content and education?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great question. When we beginning a long time ago and we founding Seminera, I don't know why, but it was in our brain. Every brand and everything what you read news about pushing this brand, make this exit and get this amount, and then the brands are going down from the revenue. I don't know. It was a feeling where we decide and said, when we were doing a professional and high quality D2C brand, we will not go the way with a lot of aggressive discounts. So it was a decision, and from this moment on, everyone where we're talking about that, everyone they're working with us on the project, you know, we we focus on 100 brands. So a brand can't be very long-term successful. I mean, a brand they are exist from today now on in 30 years. So really long term. It can be grow with just discounts, because you want customers, they love your product. And when you it's like it's like I don't know how to say in English, but when children, when a kid is, the babies grow, and let's say you give them every day your phone to looking something on it, you train it. Oh,
Yeah,
give me the phone, give me the phone.
they're expecting it. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's like with the customers, when you train your customers, you have few times in the year some promotions, and the discounts are never go over amount. You train your customers, and this is the rules. And yeah, look on Apple. They train their customers. I never expect a discount from Apple.
Yeah.
Because they train you. We don't have discounts. That's it.
Yep.
And that's why I think yeah, you have to, it's not maybe the best way to looking on Apple, because they're very huge and very unique in the whole market, in the whole world. And in beauty, you have a lot of competitors. But yeah, I will say few promotions are very good, important to be a bit similar to everyone in the market. But we don't like to give the products for free, and don't like have customers they only waiting for that to buy again from us.
Yep, makes sense. I suppose it plays into the premium positioning you have and the segment of customers that you're selling to anyways. Roland, do you have any more thoughts around that, using discounts and strategies around?
Oh, it's always
discounting?
a mixed calculations. If you have return customers and you do have certain periods, then you can kind of like give them something special for Easter, Women's Day or whatever, and then it's in a good mix for return customers. So we have between 30 and 40%. We usually don't do the others because it grows themselves, and we can A, do more revenue, B, keep them going. So the mix is really good compared to doing a bombing strategy with a lot of yeah, reduced prices. I forgot the word. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, if we're not discounting, then the alternative there would be that we're selling through stories, through benefit and what makes the product stand out, right? What's an example in your mind of story selling, instead of storytelling or story selling, in action without using discounts? How do you yeah, how do you make that happen?
Yeah, I think you need to give the customers free content and value. Way are they appreciate? Way are they learn something from that? And in the psychology, everything happen in the end by themselves. So when you give someone a lot, they will give you something back. So that's why content first. Content first. This will always. It's never the fastest way for retention. No, I say wrong. Yeah, in the end, you have to focus on content first, and this is not this is the best way for long retention gain. So not for the quick and fast money.
To ultimately build a relationship that's based on value instead of transactions and deals. Okay. Now, we did introduce a couple of new formats of emails, like product on Spotlight, active ingredients, so featuring the benefits. And I mean, there are additional ideas that can be explored, like customer of the month, for instance, featuring customer stories, success stories. There are tons of ideas that can allow us to sell true value and provide value at the same time without necessarily relying on hard promos. Now, when you look at the kind of the future of the business, kind of looking forward a little bit, I kind of want to take us through that journey. How do you think about the next 5 years with the new way of is free trade dead with tariffs? How do you think about the movement of goods across borders? Does that affect you at all? And secondly, is what does it mean for consumer spending across the globe, especially when you want to build brands across different countries, 100 brands in 100 countries? That's going to be I'm curious about how you think about that.
Yeah, I think in general the key point is to have a great customer experience. I don't think so you can grow very big and very successful when you try to shipping from one country to the entire world, because the customer experience, it can be always very good. Short shipping times, a great packaging experience, and also quick quick decision what you can make from order to delivering. It's a quick process when you're doing it local. So it's meaning for us we have two biggest challenges. The one bigger challenge is to building a supply chain which works for 100 countries in the next 5 years, maybe more, depends which countries you focus first on. And this is the biggest challenge, I would say. I have a huge respect for that. And because also if you import or export products, you have also the topic with the whole taxes and rate, etc.
Yeah.
So I would say that's the two main things.
Gotcha. Roland, how about you? What do you think about this from a CFO's point of view?
It's not going to touch us so much with Feminera, because we can still increase turnover very much in Europe and those countries, but it's a very, very diverse topic that we're discussing a lot, and it's all about having partners. So If we see the United States, then we launch some stuff there because we have some partners that produce there. So we started like when the change in the government was, that will work to avoid those duties and all those things. And that's what it's about, because it's about all those regulations, taxes, duties, but also the knowledge of the country and the network. And we're not going to do our own stock or whatever. So it's about we having one partner that we go to UK and US now just to do the supply chain and everything. And if it comes to going to Japan or South Korea one day, then that's going to be another partner. And that's how we're going to handle it step by step. But also after really analyzing and knowing when's the right moment.
Gotcha. Well, it's gonna be an exciting journey ahead, regardless, and you guys are well positioned to crush it, Europe and beyond. Now, before I head into Q&A, I just wanted to share this really quickly with everyone attending live. We have put together a quick cheat sheet. We spoke about identifying products that drive better LTV. This is the gateway product playbook that Kronos has put together. We've worked with over 500 brands across many different countries across the US, Australia, and the rest of the world. And we found that when you find a product that allows you to build LTV in an organic way, you tend to win. And there is a method to the madness of identifying that winning product in your portfolio of products that leads to higher LTV. There are some products that just naturally create a longer life cycle of a customer, and some just don't. And sometimes that data is just sitting right inside of your e-commerce system in Shopify or whatever you might use. So this is a great little quick read, really. Quick read, but it could be pretty awesome. And don't worry, if you're watching a recording and you're gonna pick up your phone and scan a QR code, we'll send a copy of this to you as well. But if you're watching a replay of this, feel free to scan a QR code and check this out. Okay, with that, we've got a couple of questions in chat here. Let's see. I'll start with, all right, Amber's got a question. How do you move away from heavy discount when you don't have a unique product? We're a distributor and other competitors are also utilizing heavy discounts. So ultimately, uniform product, little differentiation. How do we win without discounting when competitors are? I've got some thoughts there, but I want to hear yours.
Yeah, it's a very good question. You know, I think it's always the game between how much air do you have and how much not, and what is your story. And in the end, I'm sure everyone has some unique things. I mean, yeah, when you're a distributor, it's a bit different game, I would say, because yeah, it's different than when you are only a D2C brand, which you can make the unique story behind a general product, you know? So yeah, that's why it's not really easy to answer that.
It's definitely hard. It's definitely hard, but there are non-monetary aspects of the business that I presume you can compete on. That's a lot of assumptions, but I look to, in scenarios like this, I look to Zappos as a really strong example of what success might look like in a scenario like that. They sell shoes, Zappos. It's since been bought over by Amazon, but they won not because their shoes are great or they have better selection. Many other competitors had amazing selection just as much. But they won because they had superior customer service. The experience that a Zappos customer has is legendary. You hear about stories, and like Zappos is probably not operating anymore. At least I don't hear about it all that much. But we still hear about its stories, customer stories of how one Zappos customer service rep stayed on the phone for 4 to 8 hours on end talking about their life and without making a sale. And that's the level of kind of legendary status that cements Zappos as the place to go if you want a good buying experience, not because you want to buy shoes necessarily. And that's how they won, and that's how they ended up with a multi-billion-dollar exit to Amazon. But I think there are non-monetary aspects of the business that you can compete on, customer service being one of them. I think another part being speed, potentially, if that's within your control. Speed, and lastly, it might be selection, just selection, and ease of getting what you want. That convenience factor is highly underrated. The fact that a customer is able to buy a nail cutter and nail polish at the same site instead of going to two different sites, you can win that way. My first business was built on eBay, and it was a pure arbitrage business. I bought stuff for retail price on the likes of Amazon and a couple of other DTC sites, and selling them off a markup on eBay just because people wanted to shop on eBay. It's more convenient that way. So there's that. Hopefully that was helpful. All right, final question here. Let's see. Oh, two more. Sorry. Okay, Rachel is asking, it sounds like prospecting should be the focus over discounting. What percentage of revenue do you recommend reinvesting into marketing annually? Ooh, that sounds like a rolling question. Do you have any thoughts around that?
We're kind of the thing is we do performance marketing, so we're keen on spending marketing budget in ads especially, and we do have our rates for every brand, and that's how we go on, and that's of course very different, but we do decide on how much we want to grow the next period, and that's how we settle up the marketing budget.
Yeah, it depends. Every brand, how Roland said, every brand have different goals, and when you see every brand like a own business, so you have to finding for you out what kind of, let's say, contribution margin you need to have enough cash flow for your overheads. And this is the strategy, and that's why I say, how much air do you have? How much money do you have? And the benefit from our side is we have few business units, so few brands, and we can handle that as well. It's not a big thing when one brand is not that much profitable and the strategy is different compared to other one. So that's why this question everyone have to answer for themselves, and
the calculation
Gotcha.
is the most exciting one, because you calculate how much marketing budget, how much price, how much margin, you do it again, and you just mix it over till you have a mix, and that can be like even different within Feminera and all those projects, and it's gonna get a mix for the focused and planning then.
Got it.
And when you use discounts, you also have to understand how many discounts the customer use weekly. Let's say we're looking on Feminera, especially on a weekly basis, when we're using discounts, to understand exactly which impact the discounts has for every another key metrics what we're looking for, especially for the contribution margin, to understand bring this discounts what you place to a specific offer, for a specific funnel, for a specific ad, in or not, and this is the view on it, what is also important.
So you're looking at how discounting affects the contribution margin. If I increase my discounts, does it lead to better contribution margins or not? Essentially, that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is the money what you discount. This is the money what the customer don't pay to you,
Yep.
and you have to compare every key metrics what is important for your business, and also it's let's say a brand where you have consumer electronic products where the repeat customer rate is not that high. This is very low.
Yep.
And so for Feminera, let's say the blended new customer ROAS, it's very important because you have to compare that with the blended ROAS and also understand how impact the discounts has when you place a discount for offer on funnel, on a editorial page or whatever, to understand which impact everything has in the end, and if improving this or not. And yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. I think that's a great place to end. Any last words or advice that you might have for people listening in and watching?
Yeah, I would say everyone they run an e-commerce brand, D2C brand. You have in the beginning always focus on make profits with generating customers. So, and when you grow and grow and grow, then you can start looking on more numbers to see what happened when you improve something else to increase the retention rates and make more profit with the retention customer compared to the new customer what you're generating. Because in the end, who wins? These people, they have the most customer in the brand, and especially also these brands where they have the best products, where the customer love it. And yeah,
100%. And if people listening are curious about how they might be able to take retention to the next level, reach out to us. It's chronos.agency. That's our website. Book in a time. We'll chat and let's see how we can help. Roland, any last words?
No, that's all said. Just take a look at ROI and then it's good.
Love that. It's always about
for
data.
sure.
Yeah.
And I can say, guys, is my advice is to looking how you can work together with Kronos. We're working for over 2, 3, 4 years. I don't know anymore, but all our brands are part of Kronos, and it's a great partner, great job, very professional, great experience. So yeah, my advice on this.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That means so much to me. Appreciate it. And as always, thank you for showing so much love. And thank you for being here. Happy birthday again, Roland. And go enjoy your birthday week ahead. And Damien, enjoy your vacation out in the US. And for the rest of us listening in, thank you for staying all the way through the end. And good luck. Stay safe out there. And remember to keep having fun.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. What's up, Christian?